A monumental victory for Utah State and their head coach, Matt Wells. Signature win, one that he really, quite honestly, needed to instill some faith back in that fan base. This one's going to go for a long time, 36 years in the making. Let's relive the highlights now of this BYU-Utah State game in early October. Things started off with a bang in the first quarter for Taysom Hill. Very early. Hey, why not down the sideline too? Jordan Leslie, 53 yards later, BYU in business.
He was hobbling on that one. Still caught it.
And Taysom Hill, this is what he does. Using his speed and his athleticism to hurdle into the end zone, 11-yard touchdown run. BYU up 7-0. But Utah State, this was just the beginning of their passing attack tonight.
Yeah, this is just another example of DBs not paying attention to the receiver and not putting their eyes where they need to be.
Taysom Hill to Mitch Matthews, 25-yard touchdown. BYU back on top, 14-7. Now here is a critical penalty called on Jordan Johnson. It allowed the drive to continue on 4th and 4, and Darell Garretson doing what we didn't expect him to do, David.
Going back to that Jordan offsides, that was a huge momentum change. I mean, you've got to be more disciplined. You've got to watch the ball. I mean, you simply have to watch the ball. That's all it comes down to.
BYU, and you're watching history right there with Jamal Williams losing his first ever fumble on a bad exchange between he and Taysom Hill.
I'm not blaming that on Jamal.
Momentum change, you go for the jugular.
Oh yeah, take a
and
shot.
One more time, Garretson to Robinson. It's 21-14 Utah State. Then the moment nobody wants to see.
Oh.
Taysom Hill taken down, immediately grabbed that left knee. Writhing in pain, he went off the field, and ironically enough, the same player that tackled him and injured him 2 years ago tackled him tonight.
Wow.
And then things go from bad to worse for BYU. The Utah State offensive attack on point, 72 yards.
You see Jordan Prater in there. BYU secondary, they're shuffling guys in and out, trying to find the right combination to stop this passing attack, and everyone was getting cooked.
Yeah. Everyone.
Third quarter, Torrey Green with the interception off the deflection. Tough break right there. Christian Stewart coming in to try and get BYU some sort of momentum. Down 11 after a field goal. But then again, the deep ball was there. The double moves, Rob Daniel and Jordan Johnson had their hands full, Brian.
Again, with the out and up. And it's nothing special that these Utah receivers did. It was really what the BYU corners did wrong. Again, it's simple. Keep your eyes on the receiver.
Frank Sotera with another interception. 4 turnovers for the BYU offense tonight, the fumble and 3 interceptions by Christian Stewart. Trevor Sampson added a late field goal that made it 35-20. BYU getting crafty here, but Sione Takitaki called for offsides. They've struggled with this all year, David, on the kickoff.
It's one of those things that I just don't quite understand. I mean, you've got to time your kicker's approach to the ball, and honestly, you work on that in practice. You know exactly what his approach is. If he's going to take 3, 4, 5 steps and the speed of it, and you have to gauge that because now BYU's, I mean, they've been offsides almost every game on a kickoff. And I mean, that was a huge opportunity for BYU to recover that fumble and possibly go and score. But of course, the offsides negates it.
Tough break there, and like you said, Brian, when it rains, it pours. We're looking at the final stats now. Utah State upsets 18th ranked BYU in Provo. They win in Happy Valley for the first time in 36 years, 35-20. Darell Garretson, 19 of 25, 321 yards. You have to wonder what's happening in Bronco Mendenhall's mind.